at your ETA. If you weren't able to respond with that, with the answer to that question, this video is not for you. If you can't see, if you can't see, I am Clancy. I actually have my Clancy stole back there hanging from my. Should I put that on, or is that too much? As you can see, I'm wearing my Clancy tour shirt. Take me back. I miss her. Today I'm gonna do one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. I don't even have to do it. I'm just like, I'm forcing myself to do it for your entertainment, not for my entertainment. This is going to be a struggle. I've been wanting to make more clicky content, and I know there's a lot of clickies that follow me. So I thought I could do a series where I rank songs from 21 Pilots albums. And I'm starting with Clancy, and I think my thought process is that I'll go backwards with the albums. I want to start with Clancy because it's the most recent album and maybe the most iconic. I don't know. It's impossible for me to even pick a favorite album, but Clancy might be my favorite. But then Vessel exists, and then Trench exists. I think Clancy and Vessel are tied for my favorite album. My credentials are, I've been a 21 Pilots fan for 10 years, 10 plus years, with celebrating BFX and all. I became a fan when Blurry Face came out, so when Blurry voice is cracking. Today I'm going to be ranking every single song on Clancy, and I'm including the single version of The Craving as well. Like I said earlier, Clancy is up there for me. It's up there with Vessel for my favorite 21 Pilots albums, and this is gonna be hard. There is not a single skip on this album. This is a skipless album, alright? And if you don't agree with that, we're gonna have an issue. There's only one song on this album that I will skip if I'm not in the right mood for it, but it does not make it a skip. Do you know what I mean? You might be able to guess which song that is, but we will talk about it when we get there. What we have here are not in order, but I'm going to go in order of the album. First, we have Overcompensate. If you're a clicky, you remember where you were the day that this dropped, in the same way that everyone remembers where they were the day that Jumpsuit and Nico and the Niners dropped, when the Trench era began. Everyone knows where they were, but I'll get to that in the Trench video. It's S tier. It is, and a lot of these are. We're gonna have to make some difficult decisions here, but watching that music video, when I first heard the lyrics from Bandito playing in this song, I levitated. Overcompensate is so good. What a way to start out an album. What a way to start out an era. This was an insane moment. And you know what else was an insane moment? Next Semester. And here's the thing, it's also S tier, but I'm gonna put it above Overcompensate in the S tier thing because Next Semester is one of my favorite songs on Clancy. It's hard for me to pick one. Should I make a separate tier just for like my favorites, my absolute favorites? Maybe I should. Hold on. I made a new tier because S tier, look, Overcompensate S tier, but Next Semester is one of my favorites. And maybe this is how we'll do this series, like my favorites, right? Next Semester, it makes me cry. Hearing it live made me cry. I don't want to yap too much. I've already been recording for 7 minutes and I'm, oh my gosh, what is my problem? But it is just an absolute masterpiece, especially as a musician and as a composer myself, which whatever, not to self-promo, but also it's my channel, so I'll self-promo. Go listen to my music. The chord progression of Next Semester and listening to Tyler talk about his passion for this chord progression, like during the Clancy live stream, listening to him talk about it, I was like, oh my gosh, yes, I get it, because that's how I feel about the chord progression. Everything about it is amazing. I just graduated college 2 weeks ago, and so graduate now. Backslide is so good. However, I would say out of everything on Clancy, it's not one that I re-listen to as much as a lot of the other ones, which makes me want to give it an A because we love her. I love Backslide. And sometimes if I'm in that mode, if I'm having that moment, sometimes Backslide is the vibe. And honestly, Backslide is one of those ones that I find myself singing to myself a lot. And oh my gosh, Backslide live. I attended Clancy tour early enough in the tour to where he wasn't doing the scream during Backslide. I went to Clancy tour Sacramento. He wasn't doing the scream, and then he started doing it after my show. And every time I watch videos of the scream, I'm like, every time Tyler screams on stage, I'm like, can we please have that in the studio version? This is why we need the live album. I always catch myself singing, I'll take anything you have if you could throw me a line. I should have loved you better. Do you think that now's the time? Like that chord progression. I'm gonna have to give it an A just because I think that there are other ones that are better. Next we have Midwest Indigo. Oh my gosh, I love Midwest Indigo. Such a cute music video, such a cute song. And Midwest Indigo really grew on me a lot. When I first listened to it, I was like, okay, this is good, but not as good as some of the others. But now it's like, for some reason, like the very beginning of the song, It reminds me of like winter in Stardew Valley. If you play Stardew Valley, maybe you know what I'm talking about. It just reminds me of winter in Stardew Valley. I don't know what to do here. I'll give it an A because I think Overcompensate is still like, Overcompensate's like iconic. But I love Midwest Indigo. I don't know. I might move some things around. It's just, Midwest Indigo just like, it's just a song that like makes me happy and it's fun to sing in the car. Speaking of songs that are fun to sing in the car, Routines in the Night. Driving late at night, like on the freeway and blasting Routines in the Night. If you haven't done it, try it because it's an experience that every clicky needs to have. And it's S tier. Is it better than Overcompensate? They're on the same level. Routines in the Night, when I first heard it during the Clancy live stream when they were premiering all the music videos, when I first heard Routines in the Night, that was my new favorite on Clancy. Like when I first heard it, I was like, oh, this is my favorite. Besides Next Semester. I think Next Semester was still my favorite, but then I heard Routines and I was like, oh, this is my favorite. It's so good. And the music video is so good. Here comes a new night. My sister doesn't like it very much, but she has poor taste. Vignette. Another awesome music video. I mean, all of the music videos. Come on. The synth solo thing. Oh, it's so good. I don't know where to put it. No, not me. It's for a friend. No, not me. It's for a friend. Denial. I think it's S tier. But then I'm like, if I put this in S, I feel like I should put Midwest Indigo in S. As you can probably see, I am Clancy. There's nothing on this album that I think is gonna get below a B. Other albums, there might be a little bit more filled out here, but Clancy is just, guys, give me a break. Moving on to The Craving, we have Jenna's version and single version. I wanted to include both of them because they both are very different. The Craving single version came out first. Love. However, now after Clancy has come out and after that it's been out for a year, I never listened to it. Although they do play it in Hot Topics sometimes. I've walked into Hot Topic twice now where it was playing and I always am gonna jam out to it. They actually played this in the bookstore at my college one time. The single version and Jenna's version are both good in their own ways. The single version is like you know, a little more fun, a little more bouncy. The music video and what it represents is, oh my gosh, so good. I could rank music videos, but I don't know if I could. It's so hard. I think Jenna's version is better than single version. I think single version, it's gonna be the first B. I really do love it, and I love when I hear it come on in Hot Topic because I start busting a move. When I was watching the Clancy live stream, and when The Craving Jenna's version came on with that music video with Jenna, and like I actually cried, and that was my first time crying during that live stream. I don't think I actually cried any other time during the live stream except for during that. I don't think I cried during Paladin Straight. Or no, I did cry at the end of Paladin Straight. But like I mentioned earlier, The Craving Jenna's version, when I listen to Clancy front to back, which I do all the time, I do find myself skipping this one if I'm not in the right mood for it. I do find myself skipping The Craving fairly often because a lot of times, you know, I'm going from vignette, like I'm on a roll, I'm like driving on the freeway, whatever. I go from vignette, I just want to go straight into lavish. Like I just want to go, I feel like it's also getting a B. I feel bad because The Craving, it really is good and it literally makes me cry and it's so pretty to sing. I think both of them are just gonna have to go in B compared to the rest of them. Now B is still good. Now lavish. I want you guys to watch this real quick. Boom. Oh my gosh. That music video changed me, I think. Hearing Lavish for the first time, and a lot of people thought like, oh wow, this is really different than their usual sound. I hope they make more music like Lavish in the future. Lavish is one that I put this on all the time. If I'm driving to work, if I'm driving to Dutch Bros, I will put on Lavish, put on some sunglasses. And that's another one that I always find myself singing. Get that penny lover squeak, wrestling early, make legs come blow from the pool. I said whatever. Oh my gosh, it's so good. And it's one of my favorites on Clancy. And it's my boyfriend's favorite 21 Pilot song, which is such a green flag. And the music video is just hilarious. Live, laugh, lavish. All right, now we're getting into, I will go through moments where I will listen to, sometimes I'll just put on the entirety of Clancy front to back when I'm driving. But sometimes, and I do this a lot, I will scroll through and I will start with Lavish. I'll listen from Lavish on because I feel like in a lot of ways, Lavish on is like my favorite chunk of the album. But I don't know because Next Semester and Routines and Midwest Indigo. I feel like I need to move Midwest Indigo to S. I think Midwest Indigo needs to be S. Navigating, one of my favorites. Oh my gosh. Like Lavish Onward is just such a, this chunk of the album does something to me. I don't know what, but Navigating is so good. Music video, so good. Navigating is, speaking of songs that are so good and also some of my favorites, Snapback, I might have to put at the very top of my favorites. And the reason I'm doing that, honestly, now that I look at it, so Snapback was my #1 top song on Spotify in 2024. And I think Next Semester was my #2, and I think Navigating was my #3. Wait, wait, hold on. Not exactly in that order. My top songs on Spotify from 2024, all from Clancy. My number 1 was Snapback, number 2 Navigating, number 3 At the Risk of Feeling Dumb, number 4 was Next Semester, and number 5 was Oldie Station. So you can really tell that second half of Clancy plus Next Semester was just on repeat for me. Snapback, to me, not only does the song mean a lot to me as far as lyrics go, but I feel like as far as the sound goes, it really reminds me of classic iconic 21 Pilots. Like, and when I say classic 21 Pilots, I guess I kind of mean Blurryface era. I don't know why, in a way, Snapback really reminds me of just kind of that classic 21 Pilots sound. It sounds like maybe it could be on Blurryface. I guess since I joined the fandom during Blurryface, to me that makes it feel nostalgic sounding. I don't know how to describe it, but it's just so good. The beat, the lyrics, I connect with this song a lot. Although I don't like watching Tyler shave his head, because every time we get Egg Tyler, it's not my favorite look. And I'm very much upset that it was not played during Clancy Tour, because, are you kidding me? But something I did get to hear during Clancy Tour, which I feel very lucky because I know a lot of people didn't, because they ended up taking this off the set list later, is Oldie Station, which is gonna go up in my favorites. I have a lot of favorites. Oh no, what is happening to this tier list? I couldn't put anything below a B, so I added something above an S. This is my problem. Oldie Station, I feel so sad for everyone who didn't get to hear this live, because they took it off the set list. Like, when was it? Like during Latin America leg? I don't know. I know they didn't play it in Europe at all, but I got to hear it and I cried at the concert, and I cry every time I listen to the bridge of this song. This song is like, and the fact that Tyler said that this was a song for the fans and he wrote this as a way to show us how he's been doing, it's like, especially as somebody who's been listening to the band for so long, to see them grow and to grow up with them. I was 13 when I discovered the band, and now I'm 23, and like the person I was when I was 13, my emo 13-year-old self, listening to these really depressing songs and relating to them, and now being 23 and still relating to the depressing songs, but also having matured and grown. Oldie Station just really, like, I don't know, like I saw somebody say one time on Twitter or something that Oldie Station is the new Truce, in a way, where Truce is saying stay alive, whatever, and Oldie Station is now like push on through, like we've made it to this point where like we're able to push on through. It makes me so emo. Back on the topic of songs that I'm very mad that I didn't get to hear live, At the Risk of Feeling Dumb is, in my opinion, this would have been the perfect song to play live. The sound, it just begs it begs to be plucked. If you get that reference, if you're watching this, I hope you get that reference, whatever. At the Risk of Feeling Dumb would have been the perfect song to play live. Like, just the sound, the energy, it would have been so hype. And now that Breach has been announced, and there's probably another tour coming, and my bank account is screaming at me, especially after buying all that Blurryface 10-year anniversary merch. But I really hope they play this live at some point. I need to hear this live, and it is one of my favorites. I don't know where I should put it among my favorites. Maybe like here. Why is my favorites tab the biggest? And now we have the song that traumatized an entire generation with the cliffhanger. Well, we didn't even get to watch the music video during the live stream, and then when I finally did watch the music video, it was like, I remember sitting there for the Clancy live stream, and when Paladin Straight played, like, it was like, oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. And then the birds started, and I was with my boyfriend, and he was like, wow, that was such a good song. And I was literally saying to him, like, I don't think it's over. Like, I think the song is still going, because like that image was still on the screen, and I was like, I think the song is still going. And he was like, no, I think it's over. And we waited, and the birds were still going, and then hearing that ukulele come back, you know what I'm talking about, at the very end of Paladin Straight, when you hear that ukulele come in again. Like, at that moment, like, we looked at each other and we just like stared at each other, and it was like I had goosebumps all over my body. I cannot describe that feeling, but you get it. If you were there, you get it. And hearing those ending lyrics, I actually screamed. I was so stupid. I feel so stupid, but like, I actually screamed when I heard Nico come in, Blurryface. And then we had to wait to actually see the music video, and we were like, why is there a minute of silence? Why is there a minute of birds? Whatever. And then when the music video actually did come out, it was like, wait, but the birds aren't even in the music video, so why is there a minute of birds? Like, we still don't really have answers to that. And oh my gosh, the transition from Paladin Straight into Jumpsuit during Clancy Tour, we need that live album. album because that was crazy. Anyways, Paladin's Trait, I don't know where to put it because it's one of my favorites, but it's S tier. These are like my ultimate favorites. It's going at the top of S tier because it's like, it's become one of my favorites. And I think I've got all of my top songs on Spotify up here. Yeah, I guess my taste has stayed pretty much the same with this album since it came out. This is really hard to do. This is the official Merrily Bear Clancy song ranking. I think I'm happy with it. I don't think I'm gonna regret where I put anything. As you can see, I love the album. If you are a 21 Pilots fan, whoops, you should, subscribe because I love making clicky content and I love interacting with clickies on the internet. Let me know if you want to see more of these. I think I'll just do more of them anyway, even if people don't want to see them, but it helps to know that you want to see it. And let me know what your favorite song is on Clancy. And let me know if you agree or disagree with any of my takes. But luckily, I don't think any of my takes are too hot. I think I pretty much just love the entire album. Unless you hate Clancy, I don't think my takes are too controversial. The story might be different with the next album I'm gonna rank, which is Skeleton Icy, because I do have some controversial opinions about Skeleton Icy. Spoiler alert, I love Bounce Man. I love Bounce Man. Leave a like, leave a subscribe, join my Discord server, please. I love hanging out with you guys, talking with you guys. Listen to my music, follow my other socials, and to all the girls, the gamers, the goths, the emos, I hope you have a good night. Peace out. Bye-bye.